Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I ran out of nice things for breakfast, so this morning I'm going to make for my family whole wheat walnut muffins. You know, hold on a minute, I forgot something. Okay, good morning again. Let's start over. Alright, you are going to need half a stick of butter melted, so you might as well go ahead and get that done so you don't have to do it and then wait for it to cool. By leaving it like that, it'll cool down enough where you can beat it. All right, we need 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to need 1 1/4 cups of whole wheat flour. Don't worry, I'll tell you when to turn the oven on. I didn't forget it. To the salt. Okay. We are going to need 1 cup of chopped walnuts. 1 cup chopped. So I have to put this on the side. Get my famous cutting board that nobody likes. And get a knife and we'll start chopping. Oh, I did have enough. I didn't think I did. No, I have to go back. I'll never get it. Okay. Now, if you've questioned what I've done, I just put the whole wheat and the all-purpose flour in a mixing bowl. How do they want these? How do they want these chopped? We're going to coarsely chop these. Add this to your flour mixture. You see, I added it. Okay, we need a 1/2 cup of oats, old-fashioned. Yeah, I'll be in this most of the day today because I'm going to make granola cereal too this afternoon. And I've got to make bread as well, so I'm going to be busy. And I'll be finishing up the wash in the rain because we're going to have rain today, which is so nice. Every time it rains, it's so nice. Matter of fact, I didn't even get up at 4 o'clock. I almost got up at 5. I said, what is wrong with you? I was tired. I usually don't do that, but I did. All right, you need a 1/2 cup of firmly packed brown sugar. Now, I don't have a 1/2 cup of light brown because I've used a lot of it, so I'll just use my dark brown today. Just make sure you put these jars on, lids on tight on your sugars here. I only make a quart at a time because I go through it. I wouldn't make more than that because you don't want it to dry out too much. All right, baking powder is 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna have to make more. I'm running out. Okay, I have to say something right now. If you're using homemade baking powder, the next item I say you do not need. If you're using the one that's bought at the store, you're gonna have to add this next ingredient. 1 teaspoon baking soda. Because I make my own baking powder, to bypass the aluminum in it, which is causing us problems, I just use my regular baking powder that I make. But if you buy your baking powder, you have to add that teaspoon of baking soda. All right, we need a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Set your oven at 350 and grease your muffin tin. This is going to make 18 muffins. All right, and now the salt, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now, because these are so nutritious, I do not have to add anything else to this. I'm just going to mix this up, and then we're going to put this aside, and in another bowl we're going to put our other ingredients. Now the reason you add nuts and stuff, like I have spoken before, you have to coat them with flour so they're suspended. People who make things and everything actually falls to the bottom. This is because you didn't coat them. Batter will hold to flour because batter is flour, so it holds on, so it'll suspend it. That's why you always coat them. And they don't tell you that in a recipe, so you have to already know that. Some things are missing in a recipe, and they always assume that you know, so you have to be careful about that. All right, we got our dry ingredients together. Now we're going to get to these liquid ones. All right, now for those of you who do not make your sourdough culture and you have the you collect sourdough discard, you are going to be adding, if you don't have this, you are going to be adding 3/4 of a cup of milk. I am going to be adding this 3/4. I need a wooden spoon. Discard, for people who don't know, the culture discard is actually extra sourdough culture that you have too much, so you put it to the side. You don't feed it, and what you do is you could bury it in the garden, and your garden will get it, and you'll get it back in the plants, or you could sit there and utilize it. And I'm utilizing mine in this muffin, and I've been putting in bread. And there is something that I do notice, that when I use this in place of the milk, or I use 50% this and 50% milk, it just depends upon how much I have here. I have noticed that things are more moist and they don't dry out as fast. So it does have a purpose. To this, we are going to add a half a cup of maple syrup. I better write down maple syrup. I'm going to be running out of it again. Which is standard for me. See, you always don't have to have desserts after dinner. If you have nice things like this for them to snack on when they come in, or when they wake up in the morning and stuff, you'd be surprised. I mean, most people would have the peach pie already gone. Everybody would be taking a bite of it. I still have peach pie left because they know that this stuff is sitting around for them and they can come and eat it. Half a cup of dark corn syrup. Don't forget to set your oven at 350, which is moderate. And to the lady who got it, she said 350. Amen, you got it right. I'm gonna have to find another one and see if you can figure it out. Okay, half a cup of that. You also put in all this liquid together. Make sure your shelf is always in the middle. If they tell you to move it, that's something else. Other than that, just about everything. I mean, everything. Half a stick of melted butter. And now we're going to add 2 eggs, and then we're going to mix this up. Now, I have tried just about everything with this culture. Today I'm going to fry chicken, and I'm going to use my culture discard and then flour them, the chicken, and see how it comes out as well. Because I use buttermilk and I use yogurt on my chicken, so why can't I use this? It should work the same way. You need a fork now. And why did I forget the fork? I'm making muffins. I know I need a fork. But that's it. Anyway, mix your liquid up thoroughly. And let me go get a fork. You're going to make a well in the center of this, and this is by just pulling up the sides like this. Anybody my age pretty much knows that. Okay, now you pour this into the middle. Remember, this is where people make a lot of mistakes. Do not overmix this batter, because if you do, your muffins do not come out. I haven't made this recipe in years. I mean, really, it's just been that long. Okay, you see that? That's about as mixed as you're going to get. Just looking underneath it. Right. Now, my husband was kind enough to get me ladles, because I'd always have big muffins, mixed match sizes and stuff. he got ladles for me, different sizes, and they're great to have when you're doing this. I use them for other things as well, but they're really nice to have. So muffins are actually little cakes. By the way, I'm going to bring you something to your attention. I doubt you know unless you have a husband in the medical profession. My husband informed me that, did you know, Sandy? No, I didn't know. I found out that the stuff that they use in medicine, the body would reject it. When they sit there and try to give it to you, the body will just pass it through and not touch it. So the only way they could get the chemicals into your body was they added salt at the molecule level, and then the body accepts it. Other than that, the body just passes it through and won't even touch it. So that's why when you take a lot of medicine, you have to go on water pills, because the medication is loaded, and I mean loaded, with salt. By the way, this makes 18 muffins, so there's like a double batch. And that's why when you take medicine, you need water pills, because the body will reject it. Now, the body will take nutrients without a doubt. No problems there. And I'm talking nutrients, vitamins, if you wish to use that. But when it comes to the chemicals, you can't get it in there. So they had to camouflage it in salt, so your body, they can get the chemicals into your body. And now this is a personal opinion. Do not write it in stone, but this is how I feel. Medicine, I'm just waiting for the oven to get up there. If they have to camouflage it to get the body to accept it, it ain't good for you. That's my point of view. That's my personal point of view. It is said that everything we need is here on this earth to help us. In the foods and stuff, so I don't know what's going, well, I do have an idea of what's going on, but the doctor tries to give me medicine. I have one question, because they blanket it. Medication blankets your problem. As long as your blood work comes back, they don't care. Doctors don't care. As long as those blood work numbers are where they want them to be, that's fine. Medication covers it up, has the blood working at the level the doctor wants, but it does not heal the body. It covers it up. And that's why when you're on medication, as you get older and older, they say old age, there's sickness, and they keep on giving you this. Hold on a minute. Now we have to cook these for 20 minutes. Hold on a minute. 38, 48, 50. All right, mine will be done at 58. So it blankets everything. So your blood work, you ask, it comes back great. But it doesn't cure you. It doesn't. All it does is cover up what's there. And the doctors are happy that, well, the blood works are normal now, so it's fine. It's not fine. The problem's still there. They're not taking care of the problem. They're covering it up. But anybody who takes medicine over a long term will sit there and tell you they don't, You ask them how they feel, they say, oh, I feel good. Ask them if they feel as good when they were 20. Do you feel as good as you were 20? Do you feel as good as you were 30 or 40? If you don't, you got your answer right there. I feel as good as I did when I was 20, but I'm slower now because I'm 71. I've got 51 years on that. But I feel good. I can say that. Do I look older? Yes. Do I sit there and take a little longer doing things? Yes, of course. I'm up there now. I've earned that right to be slow. I'm not a little kid with a ton of energy, but I feel good when I wake up in the morning. I don't have to go to the medicine cabinet and take out something. I feel good, I really do. I get tired faster because I'm older now, so I might take a nap. Well, that's normal. Or I go to bed a little earlier because I need more rest. That's normal because you're getting up there and the body has been pumping, that heart's been pumping for 71 years on me. My liver's been working for 71 years. My bones and joints have been working for 71 years. They don't ache, but I do get tired. So I think at about 70 years old, if they want to slow down a bit, I can understand that. But understand, any medication, be it an aspirin, it blankets the problem, but it does not cure the problem. So take care, and I will see you in 20 minutes, and we'll have muffins. I just tapped the muffins and they're still a little moist on top, so I'm going to leave them in for a couple more minutes. Okay, the muffins are done, at least the first batches. Here it is, right here. That's them. They're beautiful. The white specks is some of the flour. It didn't mix, but it's nothing important that you have to worry about. Now, you have to leave these in here at least 5 minutes in the pan before you put them on a rack to cool. If you take them out, they're like cakes. They need that few minutes to set, finish cooking. Then what you're gonna do is grease or spray your muffin tin again and put the rest of them in and put them in the oven and cook, because this makes 18. I might get less than 18, maybe 18, but anyway, that's what they look like. So you take care and have a great day. Stay out of the rain.